Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, Mo Hunts Silver, and welcome to those that are new. For today's video, we're going to have a nickel hunt, and we're going to be working on Nickel Hunt and Fill number 14 to try to fill up these Jefferson nickel albums that I have right here in front of me, and see how many Buffalo nickels we can find for the Buffalo Nickel series. In the last episode, we were able to fill 2 more spots in our Jefferson nickel albums, bringing us up to 147 of 192 that we could possibly put into these albums. And for the Buffalo nickels, we did not gain any more spots. We're still stuck at 7 of the 65. But in this episode, we're hoping to add some more silver to our silver jar and find some older Jeffersons, some proofs, or errors or varieties, possibly some foreigns, maybe even a V-nickel, who knows. But we'll just have to see what's inside the box once we get into it. And this is a circulated box. Because it's Loomis, I had to open it to make sure. So, I didn't really see anything, I don't believe, as far as enders go. Maybe this guy back here. That one looks like it might be older, but not 100%. And possibly that one right there. But like I said, we'll just have to get into them and see what we got. What's this? I don't think... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to pull the paper aside and see if that's an ender or not. But I'm hoping we can get something good in this box like we got in the last episode with a rotated die mint error. That would be really sweet to find another cool mint error like that. But let me get into the first roll right here, roll number 1, and we'll see what we can find. But right before we do that, I would like to remind anybody that's new to subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and also give the video a thumbs up. So, alright, well, box number 14 of the series is kicking us off in roll number 1. And we're actually going to have 2 finds in this box. The first one here is going to be a 1959 that you can see right there. And we'll pull this out. And does this have a Denver mint mark? Most likely it does. And yes, it does. So it's 1959 Denver. Pretty common. And then back here a little ways, I did see we have a San Francisco mint mark right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's this coin right here. So this is going to be 1954 or older. And what do we have? 1953. Awesome. All right. So roll number 1 is going to start us off with 2 older ones. Roll number 3 is going to give us our first 40s nickel. And it was actually 1 coin away from being an ender. So we have a 1940. And that is going to be out of Philadelphia. Alright, looks like it was an ender at some point recently, though. Both sides, it has the roller marks on it there. Alright, we'll keep moving and see what else we can find. Roll number 4, towards the end of the roll, we're going to have a 1958 out of Denver, it looks like. Yipper. Alrighty. Keep moving. See what else we can find. It's been a few rolls, but we're up to roll number 11. And I just flattened it out here. And I think we're going to have something that's a little older. I saw this and had to get the camera right away here. But we are going to have a Buffalo nickel, it looks like. And it might not be in that bad a condition. So let's see what we have here for a date. And yeah, that's not too bad. It's going to be a 1935 with a clearly legible date right there. And what do we have? And that's going to be out of Philadelphia. Yeah, not in bad shape. All right, let's see at the end of the hunt if this is going to be a spot filler for the book. Or an upgrade, possibly. But, nice. Alright, we'll hunt the rest of this roll and see if there's anything else hiding in here that could be awesome as well. Very next roll, roll number 12, towards the back part here. And I already saw this, but we do have a Denver minted in pretty rough condition from 1954. All right. Keep on moving. Roll number 15, and just a couple coins in. I already saw what the obverse of this coin is, but we do have an older Jefferson reverse right here. And it does not have a mint mark, but we do have a 1940 out of Philadelphia. So, pretty average circulation, but we'll still take it. And we'll keep going here. And if there's anything else, I'll be back to share it with you. Roll number 17 is going to give us another older Jefferson. I have it reverse facing here because I already saw what the date of it was. But we do have a Philadelphia, and that's a 1940. So I believe that's going to be the second one of this hunt. And I don't believe there's anything else in the roll, but if there is, I'll be back to share it. Roll number 18, and we're actually going to have two finds in this roll. First one is going to be a 1947 right here, and that one is going to be out of Denver. And then we also have a 1958 that was a little further back, and that one is going to be out of Denver as well. All right, not bad. That's going to be nine Jefferson nickels so far, and one Buffalo nickel in 18 rolls. So we're doing pretty good so far. Hopefully it keeps up. Roll number 24, about halfway through, we're going to have another older Jefferson here. Let's see, we have a Denver mint mark, and that looks pretty bad. 1958, wow. That's in bad shape. But, alright, it's still a find, and we'll still take it. We'll see if there's anything else in here. If there is, I'll be back to share it. Roll number 26, and we're going to have another 50s Jefferson, and we have a 1959 that has definitely seen better days. And that's going to be out of Philadelphia. So that's good, at least. That's the tougher one to find out of the 59s. But, alright, we'll keep moving. Very next roll, roll number 27. I already saw the obverse of this one, but we are going to have a Philadelphia minted 1939. So that's a second year Jefferson. And we can check it under the scope to see if it has any of the doubling in the Monticello or 5 cents. And I do not see anything on this one. We definitely have a Philly for sure. But, alright, we'll take it. 30s Jefferson nickel. And we'll keep moving and see what else we can find. Still working on roll number 27. And now we're going to have a 2023 from Philly. And this one is going to be a die clash. And if you guys can see underneath the building, you can see Jefferson's eyes that are kind of protruding underneath those steps right there. And I'll put it under the scope so you guys can see it better. But right there, you can see Jefferson's eye right here. And then I guess this would be like his hairline over here. And then his other eye. Not near as strong, but it's there. But you can see it right there. And that's really about it on this one. So it's not a very strong clash, but we definitely have a die clash. And I'll take it. Alright. We'll keep moving. Roll number 33. And I believe we're going to have a second Buffalo in this box. Because the fourth coin in, after I laid this out here, I saw this kind of sticking out. And let's see what we have for a date. And that's going to be what looks like a 1936 with a nice big scratch going right over the date there, the last digit, and all the way up through his head. But at least it's legible. That's good. What's the reverse look like? Alright, not bad. It is a Philadelphia. I believe the 36 Philly is pretty common, but I will still take that. That's for sure. Nice. Alright, so that's 2 Buffaloes on the box right now. And let's do a quick panning through. See if there's anything else. Oh, that one actually looks kind of old. Yeah, there we go. 1956. And that's going to be a Philadelphia. Alright, that's not bad. And what else do we have in here? That looks... Oh, what's this one? This looks kind of older. That's going to be a 69D, so that's nothing. Here's another older looking one. That's got a Denver mint mark. And that's going to be a 1954. Wow. This roll is loaded. What's this here? 71. Alright, not bad. Pretty good roll. Alright, well, I'll search these other nickels here better, and if there's anything else, I'll be back to share it. If not, we'll see you on the next find. Roll number 34. Just got it laid out, and I see a 48 Jefferson nickel right here, so we can pull this one out and see if it has a mint mark on it. Let's hope it does, and it does not. So that's going to be a 1948 out of Philadelphia. At least it's nice to see another 40s nickel out of the box. Haven't gotten very many of those, but we'll take a quick look through here, and I'll share with you anything I find. If not, I'll see you on the next one. Roll number 35. I already saw what this one is, but we do have an older Jefferson right here. This is how I found it, reverse facing. But it's going to be a Philadelphia mint. And we have a 1947. So, not bad. Good. That's 6 40s now for the box so far. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here. If there is, I will share it. I just flattened out roll number 37 and did a quick perusing through. And towards the back here, guys, excuse me, we're going to have a third Buffalo nickel, because there was a 1936 sticking out of there again. And this one also does not have a mint mark, but that's not in bad shape. And that's going to be 3 Buffaloes for this box now. We're starting to get a herd of them. Can we find one more? And can we find a silver wartime nickel in here as well? We got 13 rolls. Roll number 38. Towards the back, we're going to have another older Jefferson. I already saw the obverse, but we do have a pretty worn Philadelphia minted 1942, and that's going to be non-silver. It doesn't have the mint mark above the building. All right, definitely take that, and we'll keep moving. Very next roll, roll number 39, and I'm about 6 or 7 coins into it. And I have a Jefferson nickel that is a more modern design. It's going to be a 2020 out of Philadelphia. And we're going to have a beehive die chip on the left side of the building right here. You guys can see that. It's pretty darn large. And I'll put it under the scope so we can see it closer. And yeah, that's a good one. It's not, definitely not the biggest one that I've found so far, but it's definitely a keeper. I'll hold on to that for sure. Very cool. Alright, if there's anything else in this roll, I'll be back to share it. Just working through roll number 40, and I came up to a 1959 that's actually in pretty fairly good condition here. Doesn't look bad at all. And that's going to be a Philadelphia. Yeah. So that's a tougher one to find. And let's check out the steps real quick. Yeah, they're not too good, but there were some steps there not long ago. So that is pretty cool. Take that, add it to the pile up here of 50s, and let's just do a quick perusing through here. Oh, this one here looks like it might be a little older. Denver minted. And yes, it is 1958. So that is a pretty common Jefferson nickel right there. And I don't believe I saw anything else when I laid it out. No, doesn't look like it, but alright. If there's any errors or varieties on any of these nickels, I'll be back to share it with you. Just working through roll number 41. We're about halfway through it, maybe a little less. And I have a 2022 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel here, and if we flip it to the reverse, I don't know if you guys can see it because of the light glare. I'm going to try to get this on here. It's very light, and you can kind of see it there, but I'm going to have to put it under the scope so you guys can see it better. But we are going to have a light die clash, because you can see Jefferson's eyes. One is right here, one eye's right here, and you have like this hairline coming down this way. I don't believe, yeah, this one doesn't have anything going up through the building at all, but that's pretty neat and pretty cool. There you can see it again, but I'll hold on to it. The nickel's actually in pretty good shape, so we'll put this one aside. Alright, we'll keep moving and see what else is in here. I just laid out roll number 43, and I was going through it here, and we were going to have a fourth Buffalo nickel in this box. I don't know if I've ever found 4 Buffalo nickels in a box before, so this might be a new record for me. But we have another decent condition Philadelphia minted Buffalo here, and that's going to be another, what's that, 1935. Yeah. Alright. Actually, I believe the 35 does have a DDR that can be checked for. I'll have to look on the other one too that we found earlier in the box. But this does not look like it's going to be a DDR at all. Alright, pretty cool still though. Wow. Alright, 4 Buffaloes. And we'll keep moving and see if there's anything else hiding in this roll. Roll number 43 is actually going to give us a second find along with the Buffalo nickel. We are going to have a 2023 out of Philadelphia with a die clash. And you guys can see it right underneath the building again. You see Jefferson's eyes. I'll put it under the scope so you guys can see it a little closer, and there you have it. One of Jefferson's eyes right there. Second one is kind of light right here, and then you have his hairline that goes up through here, and yeah, you can kind of see it right here. There's a line that goes up, but I think that's it on this one. I didn't really see much else. Sometimes there's some on the obverse side here as well, but this one doesn't have it. But yeah, it's cool. I'll hold on to that one as well. Another 23 die clash. Pretty sweet. Alright. Roll number 46. Just a few coins in, and we're going to have another older Jefferson reverse here with a Denver mint mark. Let's hope it's not a 64. And it's not. It's going to be a 1954. So that's good. Alright, 54 Denver. And I don't believe I saw anything else in here. Oh, what's this? We might have something here. It's going to be a Philadelphia minted. And oh yes, we do. 1947. So that's cool. Add that one. What's this one here? That's going to be a 65, so that's not what we're looking for. 64s. Alright. I'll be back if there's any errors or varieties. Roll number 49. I just laid them out. And we're going to have a 5th Buffalo nickel for this hunt. Wow. It's another 30s. It's like a 1937. The clearly legible date. Will it have a mint mark? No. So that is going to be a 37 Philadelphia. Pretty common again for Buffalo nickels, but that is number 5. And that is awesome. We now have a small herd right here of Buffalo nickels. That is pretty sweet. If there's anything else in here, I'll be back to share it. And if not, we'll move on to roll number 50. Right, that's going to do it for box number 14 of this nickel hunt series. There was no other finds in roll number 50. So we're going to be back with a wrap up here. And that's what we have right now. So we'll get into what we got here. We did find a total of 30 finds in this box. And we had a nice variety of things. Just didn't find any silver or any proof nickels. But that's alright, because we still have plenty of hunts to go. So at the top, we did find one 1939 Philadelphia, not the DDR or the DDO. We found 3 1940 Philadelphias, 1 1942 Philadelphia, non-silver, 2 1947 Philadelphias, 1 1947 Denver, 1 1948 Philadelphia, and then as far as 50s, we got 1 1953 San Francisco, 3 1954 Denvers, 1 1956 Philadelphia, what was this? 4 1958 Denvers, 2 1959 Philadelphias. The top one here is actually in pretty good shape, and that's definitely a keeper for the collection. And then we had 1 1959 out of Denver. And then we had some errors and varieties here that we'll cover. We did find a 2020, I believe this is, with the Beehive die chip right here on the side of Monticello that you can see. It's a fairly good sized one there. Definitely hold on to that. Then we had a 2022 out of Philly, and this is going to be a die clash. You can see Jefferson's eyes from the obverse side got stamped onto the reverse die here. So then every coin that got stamped after that happened had that clash marking on it. And we also got 2 2023 Philadelphia die clashes. This one's not quite as strong, I think, as the other one I have right here. Yeah, maybe they're about both the same, I'd say. But that's pretty cool. Hold on to those for sure. And then the stars of this hunt, we got 5 Buffalo nickels. I'm not sure if I've ever found 5 Buffalo nickels in a box before, so this could be a new record for me. And 2 of these are going to be additions for the book, I believe, the 35 and 37. But we'll just have to see once we get into the books here. And that's going to be our next step. And then I also did find a couple more modern Jeffersons that could be additions or possible upgrades for coins that are already in the book, but we'll just have to see, like I said, once we get into it. So we won't be able to add anything to our silver jar in this episode, which is unfortunate, but we do have some book additions, at least in the Buffalo nickel album, which is awesome, and we'll have to see what we have in the Jefferson nickel album. So let me do that, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so we're back for a look at the albums after making our additions and possible upgrades. And for this episode, we're going to have 2 additions in the Buffalo nickel album and 3 additions in the Jefferson nickel albums. So first, I will start by showing the additions for our Buffalo nickel album, which we're going to have a 1935 Philadelphia put into place here. And that's actually not a bad example for finding it in circulation. And then we also have a 1937 Philadelphia, also not in bad condition, but not quite as good as that 35. But still glad to have them though. And as you can see, we have a lot of work to do in our Buffalo nickel album, but that's to be expected because we don't find near as many buffalo nickels in our hunts. So that one might take a little while, but we'll see how far we can get with it. Then as far as our Jefferson nickel albums go, the only additions that we were able to make were in the more modern album here. And the first one is going to be a 1997 Philadelphia that we did not have. And the second is actually going to be a 1999 out of Denver that we did not have. And the third edition will be the 2005 Philadelphia American Bison. That one's actually in pretty good shape, so glad to have that one in there. And it's going to be tough to find an upgrade for that. And then we did have two upgrades, and they're both going to be in book number 1, which our first one is the 1947 that we were able to upgrade. That one is in better condition than the one we had, which looks like this. So that is horrible. You can tell it's been in a parking lot or something. It was kind of pitted up there, so definitely upgraded that one with a much better looking example. And then the second upgrade is going to be the 1959 Philadelphia with the one we found today there, which looks very nice compared to what we had in there, which was this guy right here. Still not bad, but today's is much better and actually has mint luster. So excellent upgrade for that one as well. And once again, here's a look at the Jefferson nickel albums. So we are up to 150 of 192 spots. So we only have 42 spots left to fill in these 3 albums. And, well, we'll just have to see how long it takes to fill them. But I think we're going to get out of here. And if you guys are enjoying this series so far, please give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new and you made it this far through the video. So I appreciate everyone for watching. And happy hunting. And we'll see you on the next one.